you were back in the middle of a political firestorm.
Yeah, for walking on the beach with my wife. So I don't know how we ended up here. It never occurred to me that it was any kind of controversial thing, but that's the time we live in. I posted it on my Instagram account and thought nothing more of it until I heard through her that people were saying it was some sort of a call for assassination, which is crazy. But I took it down. Even if I think it's crazy, I don't want to be associated with violence of any kind.
A child knows what that meant. If you're the FBI director and you don't know what that meant assassination. And it says it loud and clear. Now, he wasn't very competent, but he was competent enough to know what that meant. And he did it for a reason, and he was hit so hard. Because people like me, and they like what's happening with our country. Our country's become respected again, and all this. And he's calling for the assassination of the president.
Obviously, he apologized and said he doesn't.
Well, he apologized because he was
violence. But
look, he's a very bad.
What do you want to see happen? What do you want to see happen?
I don't want to take a position on it because that's going to be up to Pam and all of the great people. But I will say this: I think it's a terrible thing. And when you add his history to that, if he had a clean history, he doesn't. He's a dirty cop. He's a dirty cop. And if he had a clean history, I could understand if there was a leniency, but I'm going to let them make that decision.
Big story also coming out of the States over the last 24 hours or so has been this extraordinary story, 8647. Now we'll just have a look. This is basically James Comey, who was instrumental in the whole Russia collusion thing. We talked about it way back in 2017 and 18, all during the first Trump presidency here. But what does this mean? 8647, it was in shells on the sand. Someone had put 8647, and James Comey retweeted this or reposted it.
No, he posted. This is his post.
With
interesting
some
shell formation. This is, I think, very rightly perceived as, if not a death threat, then a death wish.
Because 86 means take out and 47 means Trump.
Well, Trump is 45 and 47. He's currently the 47th president of the United States. Everyone knows that. This wasn't particularly obscure. Everyone, as soon as they saw it, who understands 86, knew what that meant. They're trying to say, oh, no, 86 means get rid of. So, it could be impeachment or, winning an election. Well, Trump's already got 2 terms, so he's not running for re-election again, despite the fevered dreams of the left. So I can understand well why Comey's having to answer questions to the Secret Service.
Let's have a listen to the Fox report just briefly.
Former FBI Director James Comey is being questioned by the Secret Service after threatening the president's life. Comey posted a photo 8647. 86 means take out, and Trump's the 47th president.
And then you've got Donald Trump's response to that, Caroline. So just have a listen to Donald Trump responding to this story.
He knew exactly what that meant. A child knows what that meant. If you're the FBI director and you don't know what that meant assassination. And it says it loud and clear. Now, he wasn't very competent, but he was competent enough to know what that meant.
What do you want to see happen?
I don't want to take a position on it because that's going to be up to Pam and all of the great people. But I will say this, I think it's a terrible thing. And when you add his history to that, if he had a clean history, he doesn't. He's a dirty cop.
And Caroline, there were at least two assassination attempts that we know about on Donald Trump during the campaign. They're still shrouded in mystery.
Exactly.
But Caroline, what did you make?
I mean, Comey later deleted it and said, I had no idea that some people thought it meant violence.
Oh, please.
I don't think that washes with anyone.
Why did he post it?
And also, I find it hard to believe, I mean, call me a skeptic, that he's just wandering along the beach and happens to find this shell formation. Oh, someone did this shell formation. I'm just going to take a photo and post it. And as the former director of the FBI, I have no idea how some people may interpret it.
He knew precisely what it meant. He knew precisely. There was no reason for him to post that if he didn't know what it meant.
Yes.
If he didn't know what 8647, why would you post that? He knew. He's not an idiot. He is certainly, in my mind, dishonest. He's devious. There's a lot of things you could say about him, but stupid wouldn't be on top of my list. He knows precisely what that meant. And you know what? Trump associates, people within his administration, were pursued